Fitzy and Whipper.
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. The grand finale and the winner was announced.
The winner of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here for 2022. It's Dylan!
Dylan Lewis, and he joins us now. Dylan, welcome.
What the hell's going on?
Wow, great question, mate, because you are the king of the jungle. Do you know what I love about this? Is the amount of time you would have thought about whether you should do this show or not. And then the next thing you know, you've won it. You would have spent more time thinking about whether you should do the show than actually doing the show.
That is a really clever observation, and yes, it was really hard to make the decision to go in, but I'm so glad I did. I'm so bloody glad. It was unreal. It was most of it. That being said, most of it was unreal.
Yeah.
Some of it was horrible.
Well, but you know what? Like, people who have gifts, you got to work out what your gift is in life. What you would have been brought onto this earth to do? Dylan, for you, it's reality shows. So we're trying to work out what's next. Survivor, Love Island, Celebrity Apprentice. You dominate on reality shows. I mean, this is it. We get to see another side of you. But more importantly, Dill, the big thing, one of the major reasons you went on there as well was to hopefully win it and raise money for Lifeline, which I know is very close to you as well.
It is, mate. It is. That's so right, mate. It was all about the charity, and that was the thing that made me make the decision to go and do it. I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to take this seriously. I'm not going to waste this opportunity for having a platform to talk about something that's so close to my heart. And it was scary, man. You know what?
I bet.
This is like. It was scary to talk about that stuff, let alone be covered in the snakes in bloody buried alive or eating balls or whatever we have to do. So, this was so close to my heart. And then we got it across the line. And beforehand, the lead up to it was like, oh, God, you know what? Before one, we all got our message out there. We all got the charities talked about, and the people saw that they're actually real and we're real people with real, feelings about our charities and stuff. But to get to that last bit, mate, it was like, that's just unbelievable. And as you can tell by my voice, which is 4 octaves lower than normal, I may have celebrated.
Celebrated, or you're very serious about your message right now. Hey, you know what I want to ask? I've seen a couple of, pics that have started to float around about the team from I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here catching up, and hanging out outside of the show. Who are the lifelong friends you think you'll take from the series?
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Look, Joey and Maria, they may have been catching up a little bit. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but yes, they have been catching up. But that's exactly what my 9-year-old son, he's turning 9 this week, God bless him. That's what he asked me yesterday, and I was having a think, thinking, well, I love them all.
Yeah.
I will be catching up with them all, but you know what? I, for some reason, really bonded with Nathan Buckley, I'm keeping him as a mate forever, and I'll be catching up with him. He's the guy I've caught up with, with beers for beers.
So good.
We've all come out and everything. I just love that, man.
Well,
and it's a weird thing for a rock and roll bloody party boy to be friends with a really straighty 180 20 man.
Yeah, that's the great thing about this show.
That's what I do love about this show because, Dill, you're not the biggest sports fan at all, but Bucks, you know what? And everyone sees the serious side of Nathan Buckley with his footy career and his coaching career. He is actually a very articulate, very smart man. He's one of those guys that he consumes what you're telling him, and then he thinks about it, and he comes back, and he always has the right thing to say, doesn't he?
Oh, mate, you know what? He is Yoda. I'm a Star Wars geek.
Yep.
And everything he says, and, it's been happening since the day I met him. He was caring and beautiful and articulate. Yeah. And, and the more I got to know him, the more I realised how much he loves music. And I'm thinking, really, I should probably brush up my skills on sport knowledge because this is unfair, this is unbalanced. He's talking to me about wonderful music that he loves. And no, I can't do any sport talk.
You thought you had to have something to offer back.
13 years after 13 years at Nova, you'd think I'd know better, wouldn't you?
Do you know what? The other, Dylan Lewis, you are such an amazing listener. You can sit down with someone, and you did it individually with every contestant on I'm a Celebrity, and you listen to their life story and what they were doing. The other great conversation you had was with Derek Kickett as well, the Indigenous footballer, and, just learning about the Indigenous culture and wanting to know more, and you said on the show, Dill, that I've never asked these questions, and I want to know more, and I want to learn more. So it's a great time when you're stuck and bored in a jungle to go and actually educate yourself in these areas.
Mate, I'm so glad that was noticed, and I'm so glad that you noticed, because that meant probably, one of the most important conversations I had in there, and I love that man, Derek Kickett. He is such a beautiful, soulful man who, and he's happy to teach. He wants to tell me some stuff if I'm going to ask questions. But that's what it's about. That's what the experience is about. That's what life's about. And I'm asking the questions, having the conversations, and trying to make yourself a little bit less shit. That's what you got to do in life, isn't
mate,
it?
we're always learning. Always learning.
Geez, you took yourself out of your comfort zone, though, Dill. That Viper room, Jesus. Far out. What?
Yuck, man.
Did
Don't even talk about it.
because you pre-recorded. This was done at the end of last year, so you would have watched it with the kids. Did the kids get emotional for Dad, or were they laughing at Dad?
Hey, what are you doing revealing the secret, TV? What are you talking about?
What do you mean,
I
mate?
don't know what you mean.
What do you mean?
I just got out yesterday.
It was live. The whole thing was live, you idiot.
But did the kids get emotional, or did they laugh the whole time?
Oh, no, I'm so grateful that I did get to watch it with them, because I'm holding their hands and I'm talking to them about it. And it's not just the kids, it's the parents as well, and the close family and friends. I was able to just say, guys, don't worry. At the end of this, I'm alive.
I know the outcome. I reckon I'll make it through.
Spoiler alert. But I was able to talk them through, the feelings and the emotions and the reasons, for the reasons why I seem to be shown crying the whole time. Jesus Christ! Every time I Google my name, it's a picture of me bloody crying now. But that sitting in a Viper room and stuff like that did make me a little bit emotional. But yeah, the kids, I think they were proud, and that was really lovely. And after the show last night, both my kids were so gorgeous and so proud, and it was a pretty full-on feeling. I don't
love it.
I don't get to have that feeling very often. Hey.
Well, I
Great
tell
work,
you
buddy.
what, I thought you would have been used to the Viper room because you've worked at Nova for over 10 years, Dylan. So you know how you've dealt with a lot of snakes over the years.
Oh, that is disappointing.
Wow.
That is just sorry about him.
I wasn't going to say it.
And he's still employed here. There's the confusing bit.
No, Dill, we love you, mate. Congratulations. $100,000 for Lifeline. Well done, buddy. Great news.
Thank you so much. I bloody love you guys.
See you,
Thanks,
legend.
Dylan. See you, mate.
Fitzy and Whipper.